Well, good day everybody from Hogg Family Farms. It is a beautiful Monday afternoon, end of June here for us in Minnesota, and just running out. We had some terrible storms last night, and you have to excuse me, I've got horse flies all the way around me, so they're biting the back of my head. It's this time of year that I realize that I am getting older and I'm starting to bald, and I am getting a little bit of bare spot on the back of my head that the horse flies love. So they're also biting my hand, so if I'm swatting flies, that's what I'm doing here. I thought I'd show you some pretty exciting happenings here at Hogg Family Farm. I've got a longer video that I might upload that I did with my son. It's a lot of us walking as we're moving cows. But this causeway across, that's the near north woods there, we call it. It's closest to the farm. This causeway comes all the way across, and here are my cows on the far north woods. So this piece that they have here is, I guess, probably about 20 acres. It extends all the way around this wetland, almost to the point over there. And here they are. They're just loving life. So they're trying to stay away from the bugs. I'm going to bring them back and get them some mineral. Wanted to make sure everybody's accounted for. Like I said, we had some pretty terrible storms last night. So I wanted to make sure that, you know, power is going through this one line. That is the one thing you want to not happen ever, is the cows, if you lose power on your line, the cows will then lose their fear of that barrier. And it is not a physical barrier. I mean, they could blow through that, no problem. But it's definitely a psychological barrier, because they know that it hurts if they cross it. And as long as you keep it hot, then that psychological barrier will always work. So we're gonna bring them across, give them some mineral, and yeah, I think they're excited to, they know that I come with treats, so they're usually excited to see me. Get this turned around here. They'll probably just likely follow me. I'm not gonna call them. There's a couple holes on this causeway, and I don't want them running across it. I find that when I call them, they know that that means that I am moving them to a new pasture. And they're always excited about fresh grass. And that excitement comes out, some of them are younger too, and it comes out with them running. And it sometimes can cause some problems. I had them actually blow through this one hotline, a few of them anyway. And my son and I were able to get them back across, that worked out pretty nice. They haven't crossed it since. I have some that are trained really well to this hotline, and they did not cross it. And she is kind of the boss, K1. She usually doesn't lead the herd, but I have noticed that if she moves at you, everybody listens. So yeah, her and her calf, Annie, who's now my heifer, they did not cross, and the rest of them did, and they stayed really close to K1 and Annie. So it is nice having some extremely well-trained cows in here. They've been on this piece for not long, and it's already getting beaten down pretty good, actually. You can see them coming across there. My access is easiest from this side. So that is what I will be doing here, is coming in from this side. So we'll get them some mineral. Again, you're gonna have to excuse the bumpy ride. I'm trying to be as smooth as possible, but you gotta realize I do not have a professional camera crew nor a professional camera. This is my cell phone and me just doing my thing out here. All right, I'll get this fence undone, and we'll get them some mineral. Sorry, I'm gonna have to put you down. Maybe I can do this. Probably not. I'll just hurry. I'd like to keep you with me while I feed them mineral, because they quite love it. It's fun. And if I hurry, should be all right. This is internal fence here. It is not an outside property fence. If they were to get by this gate, they're just still in one of my other pastures. So not a big deal. That's why it's okay for me to leave this fence down. All right, I'm gonna put you down while I fix this fence. All right. Got some mineral here. There you go, girls. Hi, Annie. And then we got some kelp here. All right. I'm gonna get you flipped around here. They've been doing all right, keeping the flies off of them. They've been kind of crazy. These windy days are a little bit nicer. There's Flint, my bowl. I think they moved their salt block. I try to keep salt blocks and mineral blocks away from fence lines. That way it just doesn't cause them to accidentally just push a fence over. This one behind me is not hot. It is just a physical fence for them. I do have a nice mineral block back here that they have been loving. It's got garlic in it, and they seem to love it. So keep them eating on that. And this is what we're browsing, folks. This is European buckthorn. Obviously not from North America. And it is a plant that has taken over a lot of our woodlots. I've talked a little bit about this before. The reason why is because earthworms are not native to northern central Minnesota. Glaciers took them out. And so we used to have like a huge duff layer underneath these oak woods. Once you get earthworms, all you've got is leaves and then mineral soil. There's no duff layer anymore. This has a little bit of duff layer. You can see a little bit of the decomposing leaves, but it really quickly gets right down to mineral soil. And so things that grew up in a country or in a place that had earthworms and have mineral soil does well. Things like common buckthorn, honeysuckle, autumn olive, just all of these different plants. Bittersweet, not our native bittersweet, but our roundleaf bittersweet, which is the non-native. So there they are, eating buckthorn. That is exactly what I want them to be doing. So we are managing our woods with cows. So much easier than me coming out here with a chainsaw. I would kill myself on a place like this. But this is 10 awesome employees that come out here and they love it, they eat it, and they turn all of this into calves, and those calves, if they're steered, will become beef. And so it's kind of a beautiful thing. It works quite well. So landowner wants me grazing in these woods. I love it. It's getting me out farming and doing my thing, and I can't say I hate this. So this is my typical day after work. I am custom grazing 3 of these cows this year. You could call it custom grazing, but kind of a nice partnership. And these are my cows. We got Annie, K1, Flint, 31's not mine. And then who do we got there? That's 40, I think. And then these are my calves last year, and we've got 241 born October and 251 born January. So, nice looking animals. This guy's getting a little more used to me. Hey there, big guy. No. Yeah. This is a day in the life of getting started into farming. So find yourself a little lease, something that nobody else is using, and start growing some cows. And it's a beautiful thing. I love it. And hopefully this just keeps going the direction it's going, because so far so good for me. All right, over out, everybody. I'm kind of done blabbing at you. I hope you all have a wonderful day. We'll talk to everybody soon, I'm sure. Later.